Way up high, in a grand old tree, nestled among branches that tickled the clouds, was a special little tree house.
It wasn't just any tree house.
This one glowed with a soft, warm light under the big silver moon.
Inside, a very wise owl named Hoot adjusted his spectacles.
He wore a tiny cap made from a single, perfect feather and looked out at the quiet forest.
Hoo-hoo!
He hooted softly.
This was the night. The night his midnight school would finally open.
It was a school for all the little forest animals who found their eyes wide open when they should have been fast asleep.
Soon, tiny paws and quiet hooves pattered up the winding staircase.
First came Squeaky the Mouse, his whiskers twitching with excitement.
Then came Bandit the Raccoon, her mask-like markings making her look extra curious.
And finally, Fawn, the gentle little deer, stepped shyly inside.
Welcome! Welcome! Hoot chirped warmly. Welcome to my midnight school. Tonight, our classroom is the sky itself.
He pointed a wing towards the window where the night was sprinkled with tiny, glimmering lights. "Look up there," he said.
Those are stars. They twinkle just like your very own eyes do when you learn something new and wonderful. Squeaky!
Bandit and Fawn gazed up in awe, their little eyes reflecting the distant starlight, already feeling a little wiser.
Now for our first lesson,
Hoot announced with a cheerful hoot. We shall count the dancing lights of the forest floor. He led his students to a clearing where dozens of fireflies flickered on and off like tiny floating lanterns. 1, ... 2, ... began Bandit, pointing her little nose at each one.
Fawn counted along softly, her voice like a gentle breeze.
Squeaky, in his hurry, got a bit muddled.
1, ... 3, ... 7, ... 10. He squeaked,
Getting his numbers all mixed up.
He looked down at his paws, a little embarrassed.
But Hoot just chuckled kindly.
Oh, Squeaky, my dear boy, he said, patting him gently with a wing. Even mistakes are stars in the sky of learning. Each one shines a light on what to try next. Let's try together.
And so they did, counting the blinking fireflies as one big, happy team.
Suddenly, a great gust of wind, a mischievous midnight whoosh, swept through the tree.
It whistled and howled, and with a flutter and a flurry, it lifted all of Hoot's precious books right off the shelves.
Pages rustled and covers flapped as the books
Soared out the window, dancing like colorful birds in the moonlit air.
"Oh, my feathers and fluff!" exclaimed Hoot. "Our books! They've gone for a midnight flight!" Instead of being sad, the little animal's eyes lit up with adventure. "Let's catch them!"
Yelped Squeaky. And with that, the chase was on.
It became a wonderful, giggly game.
Fawn leaped gracefully to catch a book about flowers. Bandit cleverly climbed a branch to snag a story about treasure, and Squeaky zipped and zoomed to rescue a tiny book of poems.
After the last book was safely caught, they all gathered back in the treehouse, their little hearts beating fast with excitement.
The books were in a jumble on the floor. Now, said Hoot, his eyes twinkling behind his glasses, for a lesson in teamwork. He showed them how to work together.
Fawn, being the tallest, could reach the highest shelves. Bandit, with her clever paws, could handle the heavy books.
And Squeaky, being so small and quick, could dart in and place the little books perfectly in their spots.
Soon, the library was neat and tidy again.
To celebrate, Hoot chose a special book. He gathered his students close and read them a wonderful story about brave little adventurers who learned that working
together makes any challenge feel like a fun game. For your final test, Hoot announced, his voice soft and proud, I want you to close your eyes and draw your biggest dream.
He gave each student a magical leaf that shimmered in the moonlight.
Squeaky drew a giant cheese that looked like the moon.
Bandit drew a sparkling river filled with shiny, smooth stones.
And Fawn drew a whole meadow of glowing, rainbow-colored flowers. As they finished, Hoot told them to blow gently on their leaves. Whoosh!
The drawings lifted off the leaves, becoming bright, colorful bursts of light that floated up, up into the night sky.
They swirled and danced among the real stars, a beautiful constellation of dreams created by the newest students of the Midnight School.
As the first gentle rays of pink and orange began to paint the edge of the sky, a big, happy yawn escaped from Squeaky. Then Bandit yawned.
Then Fawn. The night of learning and adventure was coming to a close. They had counted fireflies, chased flying books, and sent their dreams to the stars. They felt tired, but it was a happy, cozy kind of tired. "Ooh, my little scholars," Hoot said softly. "The sun is waking up, and it is time for sleepy heads to be in their beds."
One by one,
They said their goodbyes, their hearts full and their minds buzzing with all the new things they had learned.
They promised to come back again for another night of learning under the moon.
Hoot watched them go, a warm smile on his face.
He picked up his favorite book and settled into his comfy chair as the sun peeked over the horizon.
The midnight school was quiet once more, waiting for the next time little animals couldn't sleep.
Because learning, he knew, can happen at any time, and it truly does light up the night. Thanks for joining our story.
If you want more wise wonders and magical tailies, don't forget to subscribe.